What's the biggest career power move you've ever pulled? I secretly recorded my boss admitting to illegal hiring practices, then played it for the entire executive team during my performance review. I worked as a recruiter at a tech startup where my boss Kevin was systematically discriminating against job candidates. He'd openly tell me not to hire women for engineering roles because they'd just get pregnant and leave, and he'd reject resumes with ethnic names without even looking at qualifications. For months, I tried addressing this through proper channels. I reported it to HR, but they brushed it off since Kevin was the founder's drinking buddy. I documented everything in writing, but nothing changed. Meanwhile, our company was bragging publicly about diversity, while Kevin was filtering out qualified candidates based on gender and race. The breaking point came when Kevin rejected an incredibly qualified female software engineer, telling me she'd be too emotional for the team dynamic. When I pushed back, he said if I had a problem with his hiring decisions, maybe I wasn't the right fit for the company culture. That's when I decided to go nuclear. I started recording every conversation I had with Kevin using my phone's voice memo app. Within 2 weeks, I had hours of audio of him making blatantly illegal statements about hiring preferences and candidate rejections based on protected characteristics. The perfect opportunity came when Kevin scheduled my quarterly performance review. He'd been looking for reasons to fire me since I'd been questioning his decisions, so I knew this meeting was designed to build a case against me. He invited the entire executive team to attend, claiming they wanted to address my attitude problems. I walked into that conference room knowing it was supposed to be my execution, but I'd prepared my own surprise. Kevin started the meeting by listing complaints about my performance, claiming I was being insubordinate and not following company hiring guidelines. He actually said, in front of the entire leadership team, "We need recruiters who understand that culture fit is about finding people who align with our values, not pushing some diversity agenda that could hurt team cohesion." That's when I pulled up my phone and said, "Speaking of company values, I think everyone should hear what Kevin really means by culture fit." I hit play on a recording from the previous week where Kevin explicitly said he didn't want to hire any more women because they always cause drama in engineering teams. The room went completely silent as Kevin's voice filled the conference room. We need to be strategic about this. I'm not saying we discriminate, but we can find reasons to pass on candidates who might not work out long term. You know what I mean? Women who'll probably start families, minorities who might play the race card. Kevin's face went white as I played clip after clip of him making illegal hiring decisions. The CEO's jaw dropped when he heard Kevin say, "The white guys from good schools are just safer bets. They fit in better and don't create HR headaches." I had 12 minutes of recordings, and I played every damning second. Kevin tried to interrupt, claiming the recordings were taken out of context, but there was no context that could explain away explicit discrimination. The CEO immediately called for a break and asked Kevin to step outside. 20 minutes later, Kevin was escorted out of the building by security. The CEO came back and offered me Kevin's job on the spot, saying they needed someone with integrity to rebuild their hiring practices. I declined the promotion and instead took a position with their biggest competitor, who doubled my salary after I explained why I was leaving. 6 months later, my old company was hit with a discrimination lawsuit from candidates who'd been illegally rejected. The recordings I'd made became key evidence in the case. Kevin never worked in tech again. Sometimes the biggest power move is turning someone's own words into the weapon that destroys them.